All right, so yesterday we approximately ended, or when I did the last video, price was approximately where this vertical line is. And before I entered, or maybe it was even after I entered, I had decided to use the fib extension for a possible target for my take profit. And so right here is, of course, where I have my gray level, which is my 1 hour level. And then that's also kind of where, or not kind of, but where price hit prior. It's also been like a frequently visited place by the market in the past. And then, however, too, I had marked my take profit, or excuse me, the fib extension at this this wick. And so I was torn on whether I want to take profit to be at this particular level on the fib, or if I wanted it to be at the structure here of, excuse me, this particular zone. So I just went ahead and maybe it was greed. I went ahead and went for the safe take profit, which is up here at this fib level. All right, and then another thing I had noticed was my MACD here. I have it on the 1 hour. And so I think last night I had mentioned I had seen this curve here for a buy. There was it was currently bearish, however, it had some buying momentum. So again, that was just an additional confluence for me that I wanted to take the buy or go long. All right, so I put a position in place. It's very small to see, but let me zoom in so you all can, or so so it can be seen. All right, so there's my position. All right. So from there, I began to, oh, that's too small. All right, so from here, I got my current trend direction. Again, okay, I have the buy. All right, so I knew also if I drop down to the 15-minute, I wanted to see more structure. And I noticed too that the momentum was the same as on the higher time frame. So again, additional confluence that price is going to move up. I dropped down, I think maybe to the 1 minute, possibly. I wish I would have recorded this last night, but because it would have been more fresh on my mind as to my thought process. It was possibly, it was, let's see, what does this say? It doesn't say. All right, so I just know that I began trapping right here, and I'm gonna cut this off a little. Well, I'm gonna leave it how it is. Okay. So I began to trap price right here, and then at some point, I was like, well, I know that market is going to pull back, so let me go in for a quick short. So I did that right here. Oh, and actually, I'm sorry. I answered right here. This is what I was evaluating. So right here's where I began to trap. This is what it was. Okay, I began to trap right here. And I noticed that, or that I knew that market was going to do a pullback. And so I told myself I was going to go for the 1-to-1, which is what I did here. As we see here, got the 1-to-1, and wick went right through it. However, I wanted to see just how far it would go. So I left the position into place and I moved my stop loss into or slightly above the entry. And of course, price took me out because it did go back up. It didn't continue further down. So I did that one. And then I put in another position. I began continuing to trap price, trapped right here. And I put in an entry. Again, I'm on the 5 seconds. And trapping, and I'm entering. I did the same thing again here. Trapping and entering. Same thing here, trapping and entering. So every time there's a pullback, I'm entering the market. And then I began to see that price, it retraced pretty steep. So I was just like, all right, let me just go ahead. This again, it's just the pullback wasn't continued. I didn't give it enough time to continue the pullback. And so that's the reason why there was such a deep retracement. So with that being said, I trapped it and I entered the market. One other thing that I forgot to mention as well is although my stop loss is right here, like when I put it into MT4, my stop loss was at 1983. It's like the price. So it was way down there. And I initially, like here on TradingView, I had my take profit. It was just kind of somewhere up in this particular zone. And so as price continued to move down for TradingView only, I began to just continue moving the stop loss downward. I know it was definitely risky, but hey, it's just part of the learning process that I needed, because I knew that price was eventually, that this MACD was going to break the zero line for the buying momentum, or for it to be currently bullish and also bullish momentum. All right, and so did that, and let's see here. And then too, I'm just continuing to like check my 1 hour just to ensure, like, is it still bearish momentum yet bullish, currently bearish, but with bullish momentum. And it was, as well as my 15. I probably even went to the 5, but it was all showing the same thing. So I just continued to trap and I entered again. So thus far I have that's 5, 6, 7 trades that I've taken. And so then I took one more, trap this right here, and I entered, and I'm like, all right, Nina, that is absolutely enough. Now on the first, the first few trades that I took, it was a 0.01 lot size. And I was actually attempting, I thought that I had put in a 0.06, however, MT4 didn't, due to my error, it wasn't entered that way. I didn't enter the trade with that particular. So all of my trades, except for 2 of them, they started at 0.01 and I got 2 in at 0.06. All right. So with that being said, I go to bed and I wake up at 4 a.m. and like let me back up. When I went to bed, like all of these were in a negative. And so I was just like, I mean, it just is what it is. I'm going to see what happens. So I woke up at 4 a.m. and everything was blue. Everything was positive. So trade was absolutely going my way. However, as we see here, I call this particular trade delicious yet devastating. And as I continue here, all right, let me close that and let the market play out. It's stuck. Okay, hold on just a second. Hold on. All right. Let's push this in some more. I'm just going to go to a higher time frame just so I can show how this played out a bit more quick. So look at here, I got my MACD break right up here. Price continues. Like everything is looking favorable. So what was it about this time? Noon or midnight. Price is just continuing to hit that zone. Got a little bit of volume right here on my MACD. And I think too, yes, but what I failed to mention too is before I went to bed, I had moved my, that's what this right here is. I had moved my stop loss into profit or above the entry, I guess is what I should say. I thought I marked that zone, but I don't know. So market is continuing to play out, and boom, stop loss hit. So looking back, I should have went with my maybe initial thought, or one of the thoughts I was having was one, having the stop loss below my structure, just because this is a key area with price continuing to hit. So one, yeah, should have had my stop, or excuse me, my take profit, not my stop loss, but my take profit, should have had it slightly below the zone here. Hopefully the spread wouldn't have allowed the, what am I trying to say? Hopefully like the spread would have been low enough for me to take profit. And then another thing is with this particular candle right here, instead of me using it for my take profit goal, I should have potentially, what was my thought? I had a thought process about that. Okay, well, I don't remember, other than I should have had my stop loss slightly below my structure or my zone here, and I could have potentially, all of my trades could have taken profit. And what else? That's all I can think of at the moment. But yeah, this was my best trade ever. Ever. I've only been trading for over a year now. And again, this by far has been my best trade. So this gives me hope that everything that I've learned over the last year is coming together. And I just need to continue just practicing and just connecting with individuals, just the trading community that I'm in, and yeah, just moving forward. I got this, Nina, you got this. That's my affirmation. I'm saying this to myself, that yeah, I got this. So yeah.